Hey, good Saturday morning, Bobby D.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
Good morning, good morning.
morning.
And it is Saturday, January 18th, 2025. It's the CCI radio show, Sam C and Bobby D. Sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You can follow Vibrant Souls on Instagram and you can email Vibrant Souls at vibrantsouls@gmail.com.
That is correct.
So we are here for you, your favorite weekend duo, back at it again for this very not cold yet. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, not cold yet, but it will be cold starting tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow starts the chill, like the big chill here in the Steel City. So we're gonna start right now. It's currently, I think it's like 39 degrees right now, so we're at a pretty good level. We got some rain going on. It's melting some of the snow, but then tomorrow is going to start the temperature dip. Tomorrow is going to be 24 degrees, and then the big chill happens on Monday and Tuesday. I know one of those days we have lows. One of the lows is supposed to be like -7.
Yeah. I saw -4 too.
-4. Yeah, I think it goes -4 to -7 or -7 and -4. But and you know the kicker about that, it's supposed to be sunny those 2 days. So
well, at least the sun will be out.
when I looked at the news, it said frigid.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Quite frigid.
Yeah. Good morning, Danetta. Happy Saturday to you. She calls us Coverage Cuties.
Well, good morning.
She wanted to know how you felt today.
Feeling a little bit better. We have some crazy people follow us stories that actually happened overnight.
Yeah.
So I started feeling a little bit better. You could hear still a little scratchy going on, but I was feeling better. Then I had to do my normal trek to the ladies' room.
Mm-hmm.
But then
some stuff.
About a minute after I ended up in there, those crazy people follow us.
This is
those
actually
crazy
different this
people
time.
follow us, my friends.
Yeah,
so.
This is actually different this time. But yeah, we'll definitely tell you guys a little bit about that. And we're going to be celebrating Dr. King on today's show as well, and a little something significant about us relating to Dr. King.
That is correct.
As well, that you may know or you may not know. So we'll talk about that as well. So we are globally connecting the world for 13 years and counting. It's a CCI radio show, and the show begins in just a matter of moments. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right. So thank you once again for tuning in. And if this is your first time, welcome aboard. Make sure you click like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing. And yeah, Danetta said she's glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
And she said big chill Monday and Tuesday here too.
Yeah, I heard some other interesting things about what's going to be happening around the Chicago area come Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, we heard about that.
I'm sure you probably heard it as well, being that you're right close by. So
yeah, but yeah, so we got a lot of things to kind of talk about here today. But first thing we do want to tell you is that the winter 2025 edition of Pandemic Press Media Magazine is on the way. It is coming really, really soon, and we're excited about that. And it's coming along pretty well so far.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we did get something. We received something in the mail a couple days ago, and we're very excited to finally show this to you guys. So if you didn't get the current copy of Pandemic Press Media magazine featuring your two favorite people right here on the cover, make sure you go get that right now. So it is the special edition is the holiday 2024 edition of Pandemic Press Media magazine.
I like the red.
Yeah, the red, that was pretty good the way that turned out.
Yeah.
yeah, you look good, and you look good in red.
So do you.
Yeah, what, really?
Indeed.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you saying I look good in red. So, so tentatively, the next audio podcast scheduled for tomorrow would be Gospel Excellence.
Yes.
So that is scheduled to be the next audio podcast for tomorrow. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in to the previous podcast recently. And we are no longer using Blog Talk Radio as of the last podcast. So we officially say goodbye to them. But you can still catch the audio podcast on SoundCloud. You can catch it on Spotify and a lot of other places where podcasts are available. And quite frankly, I would have to say, was really pleased how that turned out the last time. It sounded really good.
It did, very clear.
Yeah, very clear, very well. So that worked out very well. So now we're just crossing our fingers because I want to see how good Gospel Excellence is going to sound. And if it sounds just as good as the past show, then that's going to be great as far as that. If you didn't get a chance to watch yesterday's Cooking Fun with Mrs. Cubbage, make sure you do so. Go to our YouTube channel, check it out. It was of course, another great show that you did. Of course, all the shows you do are great. So, good job on that one.
Thank you, dear.
And we have some new releases coming to Pandemic Press Publishing. So, you already know one of them.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Actually, real quick. Thing. Let me see if I have this. It might be up here. Excuse me for a second. Why I leave the scene for a second?
Oh, that's okay. Well, while Sam C is leaving the scene, make sure you do what you can to pick up this. Careful over there. Pick up the
stuff on my head.
Yeah, please. But be careful.
Ooh.
Here, that's okay. You can bring that down.
I got it.
Let's see, but you don't want that to fall. Whatever book that is.
Yeah, I got it. I fixed it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, Janetta said, I listen via Spotify. Yeah, Spotify is a good place to go to. And she said, I want to be Sam on Fridays. Do you really? Something else I just wanted to kind of state. I believe it's been, I want to say it's been a couple years now.
Oh,
as far as
yes.
So I'm actually honored to say 2 years ago, it marks the 2-year mark where my debut book was published. And here it is. A tribute to my dad, Samuel J. Cubbage Sr. The title was called Hey Boy. And, I think, of course, we all think about Dad every day. And, we just sit back and think about some crazy stories, wonderful stories about him. Actually, you and I were talking about just some type of scenario. And his name came up the other night. We're just sitting there thinking, hey, this is what Big Papa would do.
That's right.
So yeah, 2-year anniversary for that's something I didn't post, but I think I was waiting around the actual dates to actually say that it's been 2 years. But yeah, 2 years since I released my debut book, so I'm definitely happy about that. And to those of you who were published, or I should say purchased the book, I just want to thank you guys for that. That means a lot. And I'm sure Dad would be, I can't say would be, is very happy too, as far as that.
That sounds good.
Yeah. And I hear something out there right now. So that's probably relating to like the snow. So it could be like a soul truck. I'm thinking. Also, I can't go today and not mention about Monday, because speaking of Dad and my mom, this coming Monday is my parents' wedding anniversary. And it would have been 57 years for Mom and Dad. And
no, 58.
58.
58.
I'm sorry, 58. I'm
58.
Sorry. Yeah, 58 years. My bad. Yeah, so it would have been 58 years for Mom and Dad. And I know Dad is kind of smelling like, oh boy, it's just another day. Well, try to tell that to my mom, because right. There's a lot of stories behind that, but I won't go to them on the show between me and Dad. But like I said, it would have been so still to my mom and dad, happy early anniversary. I know it's coming up on Monday, and yeah, 58 years.
That's right. My uncle's birthday is on Monday as well.
Yeah. Uncle Danny.
Uncle Danny.
Yeah, happy early birthday to Uncle Danny as well. And I'm sure he's going to be trying to find some place to celebrate, or
I'm
something.
Sure.
Or maybe the family has something planned for him.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. Is he a party animal like Dad is?
No.
No.
Dad's more of the party animal between the two. But I would imagine that Uncle Danny does enjoy a good party.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But Danita said, that's me backing up to the dinner table. Oh, the noise that was out there. Yeah.
So that you're a mess.
Well, you're too early.
You're too early.
You're too.
She's too early.
There's nothing on the stove. Nothing in the pots yet.
Yeah, I don't smell anything.
Not even water.
That's true. No water boiling right now or anything.
Yeah, nothing yet.
That is correct. That is correct.
So you have a couple of different stories to kind of talk about here. Of course, we're going to be celebrating Dr. King, because that's what the topic of this show is about. And you also have another story that you met somebody famous.
Well, so
kind of relates to something that's happening today.
So that's true. So I didn't know, of course, because I don't know all the teams and the players and where they are and all that stuff. So we at my preschool had a thing called Donuts with Dads, which was super sweet. And so I was like, okay, let's see what's going on here. So we, the preschool had, purchased the donuts, really donut holes, and did all that. With 2 days of it. So, because we're a pretty big school, half of us did Wednesday, half of us did Thursday. So your dad doesn't really have to come with you. It's really it's called Donuts with Dad, but you want to have, at least one person to represent, each child. So, if dad can't make it, maybe grandpa can come, or maybe grandma can come, or somebody, but at least a grown up per child. So this one man, big, big presence, but super, super sweet. And he was with one of my little ones, and I introduced myself. So, sorry, we're not, hadn't had a chance to really talk. I'm Bobby Cubbage, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my granddaughter just loves you, and da, 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 da. Okay, so she just loves coming to school, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, thank you so much for coming. And I said, I hope I'm not being fresh or whatever. I said, but you're a tall drink of water. I said, you're really. And so he just kind of giggled and laughed at me and whatnot. Just, okay. So I didn't think anything of it. No big deal. So then the next day, the little girl and her mother come in, and mom says, oh, Mrs. Cubbage, Pat had a great time yesterday. I said, oh, yeah. I said, well, let me tell you. I said, I told Pat that he was a tall drink of water. I said, I told him, I hope I didn't sound like I was being fresh or whatever. And so she giggled and said, oh, no, people say that all the time. He's, I think he's 6'7", whatever. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he's a big guy. He was in the NFL for a time. I said, oh my gosh, really? I said, well, who did he play for? What's his name? Who did he play for? And come to find out that he played for the Kansas City Chiefs, mm-hmm. Only for one season, though, in 1983. And I said, oh, my goodness, what's his name? And his last name is Wetzel. So it's Ron Wetzel. I said, oh, my goodness. Okay, so you know me, little Miss Research Girl. So I said, oh, okay, well, that's really cool. And tell him we really had a great time with him here and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she leaves. We get the kids settled, doing what they're doing. And here I am with my phone. I'll be doggone if that was not true. At the time of playing, he was 6'5", 242 pounds.
See, that's your first thing. You said 6'5".
6'5". At least that's what the thing said. I think that because I saw it on Wikipedia, I think the height could be a little off. I feel like he was a little taller than 6'5".
Wow.
I feel like I'll give, because the daughter-in-law said 6'7". I'll put it in the middle. I'll say 6'6".
Well, I believe the daughter-in-law then.
Right. Well, that's true. That is true.
6'7".
Because her husband is very tall. Her husband is tall.
He was 240 something.
242
Ooh,
is
wow.
what I remember Wikipedia saying. And yes, he is from Pittsburgh. Originally from Pittsburgh, and he also was he also played in the Canadian
Football League.
Well, you know what? Let me look. Let me check this out.
What position was he?
He was a tight end. Yes.
And he played for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
Speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, they are in the next round of the playoffs today. They will be playing the Houston Texans later on around 4 or 4:30. So if you guys are interested in that, you got a game to watch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are entertaining. For those of you who love the KC Chiefs, of course, I'm gonna kind of wrap my mom out here because my mom said, "Well, I like the Chiefs," and it makes me wonder when the Chiefs were playing the Steelers on Christmas Day, was she really rooting for the Steelers or rooting for the Chiefs? She swears to me she was rooting for the Steelers, but then as I said to her, well, in your case, you're going to win this either way because your hometown team may lose, but your other team that you like, will be there, won. So, so either way, yeah, she likes the Chiefs too. Hey, good morning, Summer Ray.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're staying. Well, I was going to say hope you're staying warm. It's not really cold yet, but
it's cold.
You know,
ish.
Cold-ish. You know, the next couple days, we'll all need to gather around and grab some hot chocolate and put those big thick marshmallows in there. That sounds good right about now.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Danetta said tall, impressive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is definitely a tall drink of water. Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
This thing says 6'5", but I think he's taller than that, really. 242, went to South Hills High, Arizona State College. Arizona Outlaws. What's that? I don't know what that is. Were a professional.
Oh, USFL.
What's that mean?
That's that league that's that league that comes and goes.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think they're. You know what? And then another league bottom. You know, it's too confusing to try to explain.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, USFL. I think The Rock has something to do. The Rock and his ex-wife have something to do with this new league. That's because I think they're kind of like the. I think the USFL and the XFL combined, so it's just really confusing.
And then I saw something somewhere, but I don't see it on here. But Australian. Wait, there was an Australian. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, that's the USFL. For he played college. I saw something somewhere where he played for some international thing or something. It's not on the Wikipedia, but anyway.
Yeah, he could have.
But anyway, so I met a
Kansas City Chief, a former Kansas
City Chief. So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
He's big. He was big and very, very. You know, when you meet these large people, you know, like, oh goodness, it's about to break my hand. But he was very, very gentle. I'm sure he realizes his size and strength, you know, could be it could be a little intimidating, but he was very, very nice. Very nice. Well,
remember when we met Bruno Sammartino?
Yes, another big man, Lord rest his soul.
Yeah.
Another large
I was so excited that day. I mean, I felt like a big kid. I'm like, oh my God, it's Bruno Sammartino, one of the legendary professional wrestlers ever. And I was like, and he was always like, he's still huge.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
He was bald and huge. Bald, huge, and smiling. And he loved calling your name out.
He did?
Yeah, he said your name a certain with the accent.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Italian accent. It was so cool. But then when he shook both of our hands, and then when he shook yours, it's like he covered your whole hand. But he was really gentle when he shook your hand.
Yes, very nice. Very nice man.
Yeah.
Very nice man.
Yeah.
So
it was nice to meet him.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so we are also possibly hours away from the TikTok ban.
Yes.
So my question to you guys, for those of you who have TikTok, this is going to be really interesting because we just came back to TikTok. And now we may be leaving, you know, like TikTok may be banned completely. I'm still trying to decipher whether or not I should just deactivate the TikTok account and just say bye-bye. Or should I just wait until after tomorrow to see what happens, maybe within the next few days after that, to make that decision? Because I was trying to maybe think about going on TikTok, seeing how many people are following us, and maybe trying to contact people one by one and just be like, hey, whoever wants to follow us, you know, hey, try these other options or something. But we'll see what happens, because it's going to be sad, because TikTok is a lot of people's livelihood.
That's very true. It's very unfortunate, because this is gonna cost people to lose a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very unfortunate, especially since, people like, for instance, I'll use Danetta as an example. She is on TikTok, but she also likes to purchase things that are really cool from this thing called TikTok Shop.
Mm-hmm.
And like, she's had some really like cute little things. I'm like, oh, Danetta, Danetta, where'd you get that? Oh, on TikTok Shop, da 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 da, and cute little glasses and little, all kinds of little things. And yeah, it's just really sad. It's
That's what Danetta just said. She said sad.
It's unnecessary, I think.
Yeah, you have so many followers on there, and you work so hard on your page, and then all of a sudden, it could be
some bonehead. Anyway, so
yeah. Well, I know the end result of that, but yeah.
Yes.
I can't even say it. I can't even say it is.
That.
Yeah, me too. I can't even say it is what it is because it didn't have to be this way.
No, it didn't. It didn't have to.
But it is. So we've come to this. So we'll see what happens. Either we all are not going to have it anymore, and I've been even considering maybe trying to try that Red Note or whatever that.
Seems like lots of people are flocking to Red Note. So
I don't know too much about that, and I don't know how comfortable I would feel using something that's out of the country.
Well, TikTok is, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but then weren't we talking before the show and we were seeing something on the news and like how, or something on social media, and it's like some people are like the people over some of these other countries who use it are just like happy, go lucky. Yeah. They, you don't see a frown on their face.
No.
Nope. The smile, hello, like, hey, thanks for joining us. We're glad you're here.
That's right.
And then
people are learning other languages.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm saying, I was going to kind of add that's not a bad idea.
Right. Indeed. I agree.
Hey, if they can learn your language, you can learn theirs.
That's right. That's right.
It'd be nice to communicate like, oh, man, so what you guys doing today? What you guys having for dinner? Well, then, okay, well, I don't need to know that. Okay. So what do you guys do for fun? Okay. So maybe you can find somebody that can tell you about that hot piece of candy that you ate when you were in college.
Ugh.
Maybe you can find somebody that can tell you what it is.
Yeah, maybe someone could tell me.
How you gonna have a hot piece of candy? Can you? Or was it really? It wasn't even candy.
It wasn't candy. It was fruit-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit-like.
Yeah.
Fruit, maybe.
Yeah, fruit-like.
Fruit, maybe.
Yeah, you thought it was a grape.
It's exactly what it looked like. A grape with a bunch of sugar on it.
See, I would have been all over that.
Sure would have been, and your mouth would have been on fire. Your whole head would have been on fire trying to deal with that. It was a lot. But again, as they like to say, it is what it is.
Well, I guess we'll say that for that aspect.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
So, Dr. King's day of observance is this coming Monday, so a lot of places are closed, and in many locations, it's going to be cold.
Yes.
Like here.
Yes.
It's supposed to be 9.
Yes. That sounds about right.
I think 9 is the high.
I think you're right.
I think the low is -4. No. Wait a minute.
Or was that Tuesday?
Well, Monday starts to cold or cold-ish, but it's not going to be frigid on Monday, but it's going to be cold on Monday. Tuesday does start. Tuesday and Wednesday are supposed to be frigid here. But yeah, we want to take a moment to acknowledge Dr. King and all of his dreams,
because
he had a dream and he had many dreams. And of course, we still have many dreams. We as a people, we are trying to keep up his legacy.
That's true.
and just to let him know that his legacy is not in vain.
Well, I certainly hope that it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that someone won't be so brazen as to try to overturn everything.
You mean like the flag being full mast?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
Mm-hmm.
actually, he's wrong about that. It's not mast.
Well,
It's
full staff.
Staff.
Well, I say mast.
The mast is
the
if
masses.
it was the mast is if it was on a ship.
Well, is that because the massa wants it that way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
But it's supposed to be at half staff, especially when a U.S. president passes.
What do you think about it being full staff?
They
said, "Oh, just for a day." And
I think it's disrespectful.
Just for a day, and then we'll go ahead and put it back to half staff after.
Well, then that means that when he dies, and he will, that it should nobody should we should keep the flags up. Keep the flags up. You thought, but if something is happening, like it's when he passes away or has his funeral, whatever day, if you'll say the funeral is on Tuesday, it's a Tuesday. We need to keep the flags at full staff.
Sure.
That's fair.
Sure.
That's what I think. I mean, that's not only me thinking that, but
a lot of people are thinking
what
that.
it is. It is what it is. We don't follow directions. We don't need no directions.
No, we don't need no stinking directions.
We don't need no stinking directions. So, with that being said,
Speaking of, Danetta was asking a very good question about what do we think about Snoop and Nelly.
Well,
Nelly, I can care less about.
Yeah, nobody's really checking for Nelly. Not to be mean, but
Snoop, until we kind of, I you know what with
Nelly
him,
did put him in his song.
Yeah. With Snoop, I can't be mad at him yet because I don't know if it could be a money thing. It could have been he was just looking to perform somewhere and they asked him, but I mean, I don't think he swings that way.
I hope not.
But I'm just saying. Snoop is the only one I have a question. Well, I can't even say a question mark. I'm just not sure. Well, yeah, I'll put a question mark there.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised, yes, but I'm not going to write him off yet.
Yeah.
Until I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like I wrote somebody else off.
Yeah.
The Platinum Plan.
Yeah. Mr. Platinum Plan.
Yeah, that I think I was more hurt by that.
Yeah.
Because that was my homie growing up. Like, man, just I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without listening to his music.
That's true.
I mean, anything. I mean, it was like no. I was like, oh man, it could be a daggone commercial for a burger joint, and he would make it sound good.
That's true.
But right now, he's just a complete idiot. So I mean,
he is a complete idiot.
Yeah, I'm through with him. I will not listen to any of his music or his rhetoric. So, period. On like one of our social media.
But you're not talking about Nelly or Snoop Dogg when you say that.
No, talking about one other person. But I will quote the word period, or one of our social media outlets that we love to watch. Shout out to Coach D Speaks.
Excuse me.
Yeah, bless you. So yeah, if you haven't seen Coach D, make sure you go find him on YouTube because Coach D is very knowledgeable. He can be funny at times. Well, he is funny.
He is funny. He's very upset right now.
He is. Of course, we all are.
Yeah.
But he's like really
Yeah, he's intense.
It's like you just want to give him a hug.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. That's true.
And I said they better get paid up front.
Got that right.
Yeah.
Because, DT has tendencies. So tendencies to not pay.
Yeah.
And to get sued and not get charged.
Yep.
So get your money first, Snoop.
Yep.
Or don't show up.
Yeah.
Or don't show up because you're not going to get paid. I'm just saying.
Get paid. Why don't you go ahead and get paid, then you can drop it like it's hot.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he will.
But anyway, without further ado,
yes.
we are going to discuss. Oh, you already had something pulled up, so I didn't mean to interrupt you. So we're going to talk about Dr. King, and
there's a lot about him.
Well, actually, there's a lot we could talk about, and we're going to throw a trivia in there today too. I did mention that. Well, actually, the trivia could be about us. It could be about us and Dr. King. It could be a mixture of stuff.
Okay. Well, first of all, did anybody know that Martin Luther King Jr. was not born Martin Luther King Jr.? He had another name. Not too many people know that.
Maybe that could be a trivia.
Could it be a trivia? Okay.
Maybe you can make that a trivia question.
All right, make that a trivia question then. I won't say what the name was then. He was a Baptist minister, of course, that we know, activist, political philosopher.
Don't Google this.
Who was one of the most prominent leaders in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. He advanced civil rights for people of color in the United States through the use of nonviolent resistance and nonviolent civil disobedience against Jim Crow laws and other forms of legalized discrimination.
That's what we're down with now.
Right, exactly. He was born in Atlanta, Georgia.
As they say, the ATL.
The ATL. And that was January 15th. So just this past Wednesday was his actual birthday. And he died April 4th, 1968 at the age of 39 in Memphis, Tennessee. As we all know, he had 4 children: Yolanda, Martin III, Dexter, and Bernice. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. He went to Morehouse College and got a BA, but I'm not sure in what, actually. It just says BA. Crozer Theological Seminary, BDIV, so Bachelor's of Divinity, and Boston University, a PhD, I would assume, probably also in theology, I would imagine. Now, that would be okay if I played the little thing they have on here for his voice.
Probably.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to play. That would be okay if I play. Let's see.
Important of all is, for the first time, a major political party has nominated
as I'm sure you will
a man who
recognize that voice.
Articulates views that are totally
really clear.
out of harmony
Very
with
clear,
the mainstream
right?
of American thought, and views that are more in line with the 18th century than the 20th century.
He was at Amsterdam Airport, and that was recorded in 1964. So that was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty clear, right? That was pretty clear. That's pretty good considering that was 1964. However, he was, of course, involved in different nonviolent protests, as we know. The March on Washington, which, of course, everybody knows. Macy March on Washington was in 1963. Most of us on here, excuse me, were not yet born. However, I will say this. When Sam C. and I visited D.C., with friends. there is so right where the march on Washington happened, they actually have, if you've never been to DC and stood on the steps of where where Martin Luther King gave the speech, there's actually a like a stone that actually says this is where Martin Luther King Jr. gave the "I Have a Dream" speech, and it's actually really cool. And you could stand right there and just kind of look out and just see how far out this this area goes. So it's absolutely amazing to know that he was you'd actually have to go and stand on that spot and see how far, like that's a far space between you and how many people were there. So it was actually very shocking.
Yeah.
And to be standing there, and then of course on those steps, and behind you is the Lincoln Memorial. That is really an awesome sight and an awesome feeling. Like, wow, this is where history was actually made.
Felt good to be there, didn't it?
It did. Then at the time we went, they had just constructed the MLK statue.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, in the picture that we were in, you didn't see all of Martin Luther King. You just saw him from the waist down, and you saw us. So
that's because someone didn't have it. Well, never mind.
But as people know, Martin Luther King was jailed several times because of his beliefs in wanting things to be fair and equal. And let me see, the FBI director at the time, J. Edgar Hoover, considered Dr. King a radical and made him an object of the FBI's COINTELPRO from 1963 forward. So, which is actually kind of scary. If you've ever watched any of the Martin Luther King movies or documentaries, especially, it's amazing how the FBI can get in there and follow you and literally bug your place, bug your phone. It's just shocking. And that was in the 60s. So can you imagine what they could probably do now if they felt that you were a radical, or, if you were a radical.
The radical left.
The radical left.
Hey, good morning, Zelma.
Good morning, Miss
Hey,
Zelma.
thanks for joining us. Good morning to you.
So in 1968, Dr. King was planning a national occupation of Washington, D.C. to be called the Poor People's Campaign when he was assassinated. James Earl Ray, a fugitive from the Missouri State Penitentiary, was convicted of the assassination, though the King family believes he was a scapegoat. So that's interesting. That is very, very interesting.
I feel like one right now.
After a 1999 wrongful death lawsuit ruling named unspecified government agencies among the co-conspirators, a Department of Justice investigation found no evidence of a conspiracy. The assassination remains the subject of conspiracy theories, and King's death was followed by national mourning as well as anger, leading to riots in many U.S. cities. He was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1977 and the Congressional Gold Medal in 2003. Martin Luther King Jr. Day was established as a holiday in cities and states throughout the United States beginning in 1971, and it was first observed in 1986. And then, as we said, the MLK Jr. Memorial on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. was dedicated in 2011,
Now,
and that's
a
when
shame.
That's when we were there.
Yeah.
2011, right?
Or
12. I'll check.
Well, you know
Give
what?
me a moment.
Well, the thing is,
check.
that's a shame that it took that long to dedicate something.
Agreed.
You know, it not only that it took that long. Now, wait a minute. I think every state pretty much acknowledges MLK Day now.
I believe so.
Even
you want me
there,
to check that?
no, you don't have to.
Okay.
Like even Arizona, I think, because they were one of the ones.
One of the last.
One of the last. Right. Like, you know, it's just another day.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But I guess they too wanted a day off. I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, did anybody for one of the trivia questions there? Anybody come up with what MLK's real name is? Anybody want to take a stab at that without Googling it?
Yeah, don't Google.
Or asking Siri or Alexa?
Yeah, don't ask her. I gotta go through the. Thank goodness I make these albums here.
Yeah, you do. I don't. I guess I need to start making albums.
It's easy. It's just easier to find stuff. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have too many, I think
I'm gonna start doing that this year.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to. I thought we were there in 2000. Maybe it was 2012. Maybe.
Wait a minute. I think it was
12.
No.
13.
Wait a minute.
13.
You know what? I want to say it was. I don't know why 16 comes up.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
15 or 16.
Okay, I'll look. 16.
Oh, Zelma, she's answering a question. Martin Luther King. Believe it or not, that was not the name he was born with.
That is correct. Yeah, you're right. Let me see. 2015.
Yeah.
Is when we were there.
You want to take another stab at it, Zelma?
Okay. Well, while we are waiting, you can't really see it too spectacular here, but well, this is probably the best.
She said, oh wow, she said, teach y'all, I'm lost. Okay. We'll tell you in a second.
Okay, so this was the stone. You can't see it that great though, but wait, this way.
Says I have a dream.
That's right. That's where he made his speech so long ago.
That's a beautiful statue right there.
That is a beautiful statue. This is the stones that you have to walk through, as you can see, to make your way over to this beautiful statue. And on the side of it, it says, out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope.
We went a lot of places, I'll tell you.
And then here's the Lincoln Memorial. And then, I get a little sad thinking about the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
I spelled United States Capitol, but I spelled Capitol. No, states wrong. But they were doing some type of
construction work
when we were there at the time. And then there was a
concert.
There was a concert.
We actually sat on the lawn.
Yes, we actually sat on the lawn. There were people everywhere. That's us just looking up and seeing Gloria Stefan and who else? Who else was there?
Hey, Gloria Stefan.
Gloria Stefan.
When Gloria Stefan walked out, I was no more good. I think we both were just like, oh my God, it's Gloria Stefan, It was a great concert.
That's the what is that? That's the what is that called? Not the Lincoln Memorial. Not the.
I know what it is. I just can't.
I can't call it. I can't call it out.
Zoma said, anytime I hear capital now, it infuriates me.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Just terrible.
I mean, I was gonna say a skip, but it'll make me mad if I say it.
Right.
And you know where I'm going with that.
Yep. Go capital. And I'll be there with you.
And she said, it's amazing how some get away with anything. Yeah, tell us
Everything.
about it. You know?
Everything.
And baby gets what he wants.
Yeah, gotta give it to the baby.
Mm-hmm. That's why stuff is indoors.
Yes.
You know, go figure for that one.
Personally, I think the reason why things are indoors, he probably did whine about the.
It's going to be too cold out there, and I don't want to get my skin all cold.
However, well, his skin's like leather anyway. But I believe that it is because there aren't going to be as many people there, so he kind of has to pretend like, oh, we got all these people, but it was too cold and I was doing the right thing and I was trying to help everybody because I want everybody to be safe and warm. So some of the people who ordered tickets aren't going to be able to come in because it's not going to be enough space for everybody. But I had the biggest crowd.
Food, right?
I had the biggest crowd.
You know, I'm sure you could probably have enough Big Macs there ready for everybody.
That's right.
Did I say that?
Didn't I see something on TV about $2 Big Macs? So you could get everybody a Big Mac.
Yeah, can't you get that dollar meal?
I thought it was $2 Big Macs and some chicken nuggets
and some fries.
No, I didn't see any fries in the picture.
Okay, no fries.
So no fries. So you can share
that stuff.
You know, you could share you could share the nuggets, but everybody gets a Big Mac, and you get a Big Mac, and you get a Big Mac, and you get a Big Mac.
Sadly, because of that incident, I don't like McDonald's anymore.
Well, we haven't been in a long time anyway.
Well, there's a reason. To answer Zelma's question, Martin Luther King Jr.'s real name is Michael King Jr. How about that? It was Michael King Jr. That was his born name.
It was his born name.
His born name.
His born name.
He was born that way. Well,
baby, I was born this way.
Well, you know that's what his name he was born with, I should say.
Yes.
That didn't sound right. Here's another trivia question for you, and then Bobby and I'll get into another story.
Okay, I'm trying to find.
Of these movies, well, then again, this could go either way, but which one of these movies do you think Bobby likes the best? And which one of these movies do you think I like the best? So let's start with Bobby. Here's 4 movies that we both like. And out of these 4, you tell me which one you think is which one she likes the best out of these 4.
But I like all of them, right?
You do.
Okay.
In no particular order, there's Malcolm X. There's Do the Right Thing. There's School Days. And the Women of Brewster Place. So out of those 4 movies, Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing, Women of Brewster Place, and School Days, which one do you think Bobby likes the best? She likes all of them. Yeah, but there's one she likes a little bit more than the other. And it probably has a little bit more of a significance to it. I think you know which one I'm leaning toward.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. All right, so
see, Danetta said Big Macs.
Big Macs.
And Zelma said new facts. Okay. Zelma says women of Brewster Place.
That's definitely a contender.
Okay.
However, isn't my it isn't my favorite out of that group, but it is definitely number 2 out of that out of that list. That was a good guess, Elma. Though. Thank you for that.
Okay. Danetta said, "Laugh out loud. I like School Days." Now,
I like School Days too.
Now, Danetta, is that your guess or is just something you like?
Okay.
Take another stab at it and see. Unless if that's Danetta's answer there.
I think that might be Danetta's
Well,
answer.
she said, I like school. She said, I like School Days. That means she likes School Days.
Don't we all? Do we all like School Days?
Mm-hmm.
Do we all? Mm-hmm. I think that might be Danetta's. I can't find.
She said something I like. Say, okay. Is that your answer? Something? Okay, well. All right, so
I can't believe
so Zelma's got number 2. She's got the second favorite out of those 4.
Okay.
So it comes down to Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing, and School Days.
I cannot believe I cannot find the wedding picture.
Oh.
Yeah, whenever, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we're going to talk about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I figured. That's why. Please excuse my.
You mean Samuel and Bobby?
That's us.
Yeah. Okay. Zelma says, Do the Right Thing.
Okay. And Janetta says School Days.
No, Danetta said something I like. She said, she likes School Days. That technically wasn't her answer.
Oh.
It's something she likes. I don't think she actually answered it.
Oh, okay.
She said, I like School Days.
I can't believe I cannot find that thing.
So, Do the Right Thing. So, if I had to take a stab at this, I would say out of these 4 movies, I would probably say that's number 4.
But Do the Right Thing?
I think out of these 4, I think that's, you like this movie, but I think that's probably the lowest of
on the list
for you, even though you like it.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. That is correct, Alex.
Now
right? That's leaving 2.
I think that if I'm wrong, then I should know better.
That.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. Learn something new every day. I thought I had it.
Yeah, okay. I thought you did.
Okay. Well, Zelma said, my guess was Brewster's Laugh Out Loud. That one just hits different for me.
Agreed. Yeah,
agreed. No, it does.
That's just out of this particular list.
Well,
that's
okay. Well, out of this particular list, believe it or not, Bobby's favorite movie is Malcolm X.
That's another one of those movies that I saw several times over the weekend that it was released.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So okay. So congratulations to nobody. I got that. So now we're gonna flip the script. We're gonna use the same 4 movies. Which one is my favorite? This could be interesting for you. I could flip flop.
Yeah, you could. You flip flop on me sometimes. If it's not this one, it's this one.
Believe it or not, the one you just a minute ago, this will probably be number.
Oh, really?
I think it depends on my mood. It's really close. I would have to say
number 2.
yes.
So that's number 1.
Mm-hmm. Only because it's just something about that movie that just really gets me. Okay, so Zelma says School Days. Danetta says Do the Right Thing. One of you is right.
About to say, these ladies know you pretty well.
Yeah. So one of you was right. The question is,
why can't I find what I'm looking for here? But like where did it go?
well, it's there somewhere. They didn't delete them.
No.
Anyway,
sorry.
One of you lovely ladies is correct. Care to guess which one of you are? No, I'm just joking. And you know what's funny? I'm looking at the two answers there. One of them, I don't, and they were
I think
both
you're
thinking
1 and 2.
Yeah, they were thinking, I guess, I don't know if they're thinking my personality or where they feel I would fit as far as the way I am.
I would think so.
So the person with the correct answer, believe it or not, is Zelma. School Days.
That's funny.
Congratulations to Zelma. You get 10 points.
Oh, all right. Write those 10 points down.
Yes. So Zelma wins the 10 points for today. You know what's really funny is that I have to agree. I have to actually say something because I actually thought that School Days was actually your favorite because, well, you've seen it probably a little bit more than me, and that kind of takes you back to your campus life.
It's true,
and so there's a different world, but you know,
the difference is you threw in something that was a historical
thing,
a historical type movie.
Well, you didn't go through Hell Week, right?
I did.
Oh, you did,
mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like School Days.
Sort of.
Okay.
As they say, I'm not at liberty to say.
Is that a
not at liberty to say what happened to me?
Is that a thing between you and your group?
Yes.
Okay. You can tell me off.
Well,
you've told. Well, wait a minute. You've told me off record.
Yeah, I told you some stuff. Yeah,
some stuff.
That's
not like I'm going to try to find out who your leader was and try to reach out to them and say, "Tell me everything that happened when Bobby was." When was it? What's the term? Trying to make the line or trying to go online or what?
Hazed.
Hazed. My
book is right there, underneath the address book with the yellow flower.
Which one?
Right underneath the address book.
This one? Oh, this one.
You see the yellow flower there?
This one?
Is that the yellow flower?
Well, it's kind of white now.
Yeah, well, like me, it's old.
We're not going to.
No, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can just hold that.
But I'm not going to put up because it has the year on it.
Yeah, well, we're not going to show that. So,
boy, this is old. This is a long time.
Is this like a diary or something? Like when you were trying to go online or trying to make the line or crossed over or whatever they call it?
It's all of it.
Oh, am I saying the term right?
No.
Oh. Okay.
It's
like Morse code. I'm not allowed to look at this stuff.
Well, I will let you see this one thing because this is who this person.
It says wrong. No, somebody look wrong.
He wrote on this whole page.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
You know that person. Is
that who I think it is?
Yes.
And sometimes I wonder how that person even got in this group.
Yeah, me too, because it was tough.
You sure this isn't like a little diary or something I'm not supposed to be looking at? These are my... Were these like nicknames or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like my nickname. Okay, so I'll cover the cover the year. But
Evil.
that was my nickname.
Yeah, Evil B.
That was my name.
I still, when you take a look at you, you're all sweet and innocent. How in the world can you actually be an evil B? That doesn't even make sense.
I think
even to this day, when you tell me that, and I'm like, I still can't believe that.
And I have a feeling that B wasn't for Bobby.
Yikes. Okay.
I'm just being honest. I have a feeling. I just happened to have the first name Bobby, but I have a feeling that evil B didn't go for evil Bobby.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Wow. I'm trying to picture you like then, and like, what if I would have rolled up on you back then? I mean,
I was fine until they said something to us. They said something not too nice.
Oh, really? Okay. Imagine if I was trying to be part of that group or part of the men's group.
Yes.
I wouldn't have made it at all, because I don't think I would have survived Hell Week.
You would have.
Hey, I've seen a different world. I wouldn't have made it.
You would have.
I would have been like Ron and Dwayne. No, I would have been like Dwayne. He does wear glasses, and so do I. I would have been just like him. I would have got to probably 1 or 2 days left and probably I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to do this. The Nutter says, I love school days for the music. I thought Sam loved Do the Right Thing for the message. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I love all of those movies. I do love School Days for the music. I do love Do the Right Thing for the music. I like it all they all have great messages behind them.
Well, you could tell how long ago this was because I was skinny. Not only was I skinny, but it's a Polaroid. It is a Polaroid. Yes, sir, it is. But still, as you could see.
Yeah, I would have tried to win after. I would have tried to go after you.
Well, you still did.
Anyway. When he gave me the time of day. Because you know what? Because you were hanging.
Why you thought I was stuck up?
You were hanging with the brothers. The other brothers.
I did my own thing.
Oh, really? Well, you were hanging with the elite brothers, and I would have been the brother that walked in there and. Well,
I told them they better leave me alone. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Is that what you told them?
I did. That's how I became the president of the girls at one point. So
I could see why.
I wasn't going for all that nonsense, and I didn't want to be mean, and I didn't want to hurt anybody.
Well, who gave you the name Evil? If you weren't
the brothers did.
They couldn't think of anything better to give you?
No, I see why.
Why? It's not.
I deserved it.
When did you
I
laugh?
did deserve
it. Did you laugh? What, did they try to make Hell Week and didn't? I mean, were they having all kinds of problems?
No.
Were they dumb?
No.
Okay. Not smart.
I still love them. I still love them. Yes. Even after all this time, I do still love them.
Okay.
But yeah, I was given the name. It was well deserved.
Did they give you that name because of Fright Night?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Evil.
No.
Okay.
That's not why.
Yeah, let's see. Zelma said no nonsense. Some races I agree sound. Zelma said that would be my guess. I don't believe it. Hey, what's up, sis? Hey, good morning to you. Happy Saturday.
Terry Lee. Hello.
Yeah, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
And Zelma said, I can see you with the flip-up glasses, Sam. I never had those flip-up glasses. I was thinking about it, but I probably would have looked like a complete geek, so that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't want to do that. And someone said she wasn't playing with them. But
I was not. It was.
yeah, you weren't.
Yeah, it's just don't say mean stuff to us ladies, especially not in my presence. I'll just leave it there.
I say lovely things. I say lovely things to all the ladies.
That's why you do not see the evil side. Okay. Do not say anything evil about the ladies.
Okay.
That's all.
I just sit here and smile.
That's right. Do not say anything. Especially do not say anything nasty in my presence around ladies.
You got it.
Because that's where evil be. I'm going to assume that the boys meant Bobby. Going to assume that. However, you know what they say about assuming. So, but I will assume because.
Oh, you found it.
I did not find the thing, but I did post. Technically, yes.
Well, technically, this is interesting because this kind of leads into the next thing we're going to talk about, and our lovely sis can, of course, vouch for this one.
Well, she can't if you're making it a question.
No, it's not a question.
Oh, okay.
No, we're just a statement.
I didn't know if that was going to be a question for people to guess.
No one will get that. No, this is something we've talked about before, but we have a little bit of a significance between us and Dr. King, and like I said, Terry would know.
That is correct.
She's heard it a million times already, and she probably knows. Oh no,
she was there.
I know. Yeah, she was there. Yeah, so she was there through the whole thing. So you're all social media friends with us. So on Wednesday, I did post, and I post every year, and I will post again about it on Monday. As everybody says, there's 6 degrees of separation between you and everyone in the world. And that is a true statement. So Sam C. and Miss Lee girl, Lady Lee, and I are 1 degree of separation between us and Martin Luther King. The reason being is this, as you can see, is us on our wedding day. And standing there with us is the man who married us, Reverend Toussaint King Hill. Lord rest his soul. He was the nephew of Martin Luther King Jr. And he was always very, very proud to let us know that, to let everybody know that. Boy, was he.
He was the pastor at the church Lady Lee and I grew up in. However, he wasn't like the pastor who baptized Terry and I or anything like that, but he was, one of the pastors along the journey there, and he was there for quite a few years, and then he got the opportunity to pastor at Martin Luther King's church. Was he the actual pastor, or was he an assistant? Maybe he was an assistant.
Assistant pastor.
Assistant pastor there. Mm-hmm. So, of course, you couldn't be mad at him. Of course, he wanted to follow in his uncle's footsteps, and so he had the opportunity to pastor or be the associate pastor there.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of. I mean, I know that was a sad picture.
But, the side of him, the front of me, and the back of you.
Yeah, yeah.
You can tell I wasn't the one who took that picture. So there it is. That's it.
There he is.
That's a good picture.
The Reverend Dr. Toussaint King Hill Jr., the late.
That is correct. He was 61. 61. When he that was last year or two years.
2 years ago.
Yeah. So, so that's kind of a cool fact about us.
Yeah. Terry said, "Yep." And then Zelma said, "My favorite couple, Bobby. Your smile is everything in that photo."
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Bobby. Honestly, that smile got me through a many of days. Still does. Especially when I was having
Stop it.
When I was like, I didn't think I was gonna actually do well on my term papers or just anything. I'd sit back and just think about that wonderful smile, and that would get me through a lot.
Get you through the term papers, huh?
That smile still gets me through a lot.
So I'm not cooking right now.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. No, this has nothing to do with cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. No, I need to cater to you. This is your month.
This is my month, huh?
It is your month, so therefore we need to cater to you. So
you are a silly man.
And Zelma said, "Oh,
he's so silly. He's so silly."
Yeah, yeah.
So that was kind of a cool thing. I don't know. Do we want to show the whole crew, the wedding crew? This,
whatever you want to show. Yeah,
whatever you want to show.
Yeah, you can show. Yeah, you can show the wedding crew. You can.
That's the whole, along with the people in our wedding, as well as our parents and my grandmother there. Of course, you see Terry Lee right there behind me. Yes, very nice, very nice. However, of course, Terry Lee has a different thought, especially about the photographer. So one day we'll have to have her. If she wants to come on the show one day, she could talk to everybody.
I'm sure everybody would love to hear that story.
Yes.
Of course, everybody would love to hear from Terry.
Well, my sister is definitely a comedian.
She's not shy.
Well, she is definitely a comedian, and she will definitely make you laugh, regaling you with her antics of whatever it is you might want to hear from her. So.
Sadly, Terry doesn't try to be funny. She just is.
She just is.
It's just like some of the conversations that come on. He's just like, what?
It's just natural.
What did I just hear?
It's just natural. It just happens.
Yeah, some of the lovely pictures there. Yeah, that's actually my favorite. One of my favorite ones right there.
Oh boy, this one is really, really cheesy. Okay, but that's one of Sam C's favorites. My boy, she really got into my face here. I don't know if you got a good picture of me or not. No, but that was very, very sweet. And that's our little Baptist church there. Our former Baptist church, I guess I should say.
one of my favorite moments when we get to the reception was
but the fact that I only danced with you, Dad, and that was it. I think that was it.
I was stuck with the rest of the people forever. But I was going to say when the parents were being introduced, and of course, mom and dad, my dad walked out, and like that episode of Seinfeld, just kind of like governor, senator,
Governor, senator. He just.
And I was sitting there thinking, you do realize this day is about me and Bobby, right? That was up, and I couldn't. I was sitting there like, geez, I was like so happy I don't even care.
Yeah, it's
it
fine.
So
let him get his shine.
Mm-hmm. Like that's like okay, everybody come to see my parents. Okay, that's I'm like that's normally how it is. Okay. And then, both sets of parents, then your parents came up, same thing. Okay, take it away from us.
That's fine.
We're okay.
It's all good.
That's fine. Terry
it's
says
fine.
She said the photographer, oh boy. Yes, I'm sure Sis will tell you guys about that later. And then Zelma said the definition of a close-up.
That's the truth. That's the truth. I'm happy that didn't have any blemishes or anything. No blemishes that I was trying to cover up, because boy, that wasn't happening. That was make sure you get the whole face.
Exactly.
Get the whole thing in there.
Before we go, yes. I do want to of course say keep everybody in California in your thoughts right now, because they are definitely going through it. And I wasn't going to say this on the show, but I will actually say it. I did get a chance to talk to Rio by text. She's okay. And we texted the other night, and I asked her how she was doing. And she said that pretty much between the wildfires that are, like the devastation. So I'm not sure exactly where she stands as far as this situation, but it sounds like that there could have been some stuff that happened. I don't know if it was with home, with business, both.
Mm-hmm.
Because she said she's lost a lot of course, the business took a hit. And then now I don't know I don't know if her home took a hit, or it could have been one of those where maybe the home was spared, or maybe there was just a lot of smoke and stuff, damage. We don't know that yet, but keep her family and the people in California in your thoughts at this time. So we had, like, after chatting last night, we may be texting or chatting at some point this weekend too. So just as a follow-up, but she wanted to thank not just us, but she wanted to thank everybody who's thinking about her as well during this time. So like I said, just keep them all in your thoughts at this time, because they definitely can use a good laugh. They can use prayer, a donation. There's many places out there that's actually doing donations. We were watching GMA, and they have the thing called SoCal Strong, and they've raised like what, $6 million so far, or is that $6 billion,
or maybe even more?
Maybe six. Is it $6 billion? Maybe million at least.
Million, I thought.
Yeah,
I think it was million.
Yeah, so we were happy to see that. So we know that they'll get through it. We've seen quite a few people, residents on TV, and they are just really eager to rebuild. It seems like they're getting FEMA's already helped out with some of the funds already, so they seem to be really eager and to rebuild and see their neighbors again.
That's true.
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of say that to you guys. Just be mindful and just keep everybody in your thoughts.
Very true. Also, Monday is going to be a very interesting day.
Yeah.
There are quite a bit of boycotts happening. If you're interested in those boycotts, I'm going to keep it quiet. So you could certainly DM me and I will, tell you the boycotts that are happening. But I can tell you one boycott that I don't know that I will be able to do when I go to work for a couple of hours that day. But one of the boycott things that people are doing is actually what we're doing right now is wearing all black. Wearing all black because we are in a country of mourning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right now, that's the way most people are putting it out there. So, also,
yep.
the 92%, I'll just call it out like that. So the 92% have decided to check out and to to be concerned about self. So, those of you in the 92%, you know who you are. On that day, a lot of the 92% are either going to the spa to get your hair done, to get your nails done, the pedicure, maybe going out with friends, but are not going to engage. And for the next 4 years, will also not engage. So just wanted to put that out there because I have a feeling that the ladies we do have here are part of the 92%.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just do your due diligence when it comes to Monday.
And please be careful if you are going to be out there.
Yeah.
Because there could be some nonsense.
Crazies.
Yes, could be some nonsense out there. And you may want to be aware, be on the lookout, and to be prepared. We'll just say be prepared. So that's where we will leave that. That's where we'll leave that.
So, yeah, that you got.
But you're part of the 78%, so that's not bad. 78% isn't bad.
I wish it was higher. Yeah, for me being part of the 78%, I'm very happy to be part of the 78% because I know that just like the movie, we did the right thing.
That is correct.
And I'm not at this rate. I can't be bothered because we did our job, and now, I'm going to say it. We have to look forward to next year.
Yes.
Mid next year. So now we have to do our due diligence to make sure we can at least take 2 things back. I will say it that way, and then we'll talk about that another time.
Yes.
Also, I do want to give another shout out to my mom and dad. Rest in peace to my dad, because, like I said, their anniversary is coming up on Monday as well. It'll be 58 years for Monday. And quite frankly, I have no idea what my dad would have done for that. He probably would have asked me, what do you think I should do for your mother? And I'm like
just
be
at home.
Well, he probably would. There's times when he has asked me stuff, and
I would have just wanted him to be at home.
Yeah, not many. But
work on stuff in the yard.
Yeah, he would have done that too.
And have flowers set.
Yes. Yeah, he would have done that too.
Yes.
And just be safe out there. Just I know we probably haven't said this for a while, but everything for all the bad, there comes good.
That's true.
This is our time to go through this little bit. of whatever it is, but then there is a door. When you open the door, there is a light that's going to shine there. And we just have to now be patient in knowing that we're all going to achieve going through this door, getting to that light of happiness. Hope that makes you feel better. I have no idea how I came about that, but I guess I was just trying to sound smart. But
smart.
hopefully it sounded good, and hopefully it sounded positive to you guys. Because, like I said, now is not the time to be woe is me. Now is the time to, like you said, think about yourself, think about your health, think about the things that you can change, think about the things that you can do while we're in this situation.
That's true.
Because at least we would have already done it.
And try to find joy in every day.
Trying to find joy in every day. Speaking of joy, the best gospel music and praise.
I didn't know where we were going to go with that.
Yeah, the best gospel music and praise slated for tomorrow.
Thank you, Zelma.
Yes.
Thank you, Zelma. I was trying.
Yeah, Zelma, we appreciate you, and we appreciate all you ladies there.
And
Gospel
Terry
Excellence
has got that right.
Yes. Yep. The Gospel Excellence tomorrow with Bobby D. So it'll be another great time for you. So make sure you show Bobby D some love. We will be posting Gospel Excellence tomorrow. Now keep in mind, Blog Talk Radio, we have parted ways with them. So now we are on it's just SoundCloud, Spotify, and where podcasts are available. So make sure that you listen to the show on those outlets tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be posted sometime tomorrow.
Sounds
for
good.
You guys.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Well, please excuse me yet again. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Should I mention?
Yes, please. Absolutely.
So this is kind of an impromptu thing that we just want to bring to your attention. So right now, for those of you who are interested, we do plan on doing a special show on Monday. Yes, you heard it here first. Now, we don't know what time at this point.
No.
But we will be doing it
at some point
on Monday. So if you guys are available live, yes, we will be live. We will be right here with you, and we'll have some fun along the way. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. So you don't have to wait until next Saturday. Of course, we will be live next Saturday too, but we decided that we will come on for you guys on Monday as well.
Yes. And hopefully I'll be back before the change of power.
Yeah.
I do have to work a couple hours early. I was asked to help out with the children in the morning. And so I'll do that and then skedaddle my way back home and get myself prepared for the show.
Yeah. So like I said, we don't know what time yet, but just know there will be a live show this coming Monday.
That is correct, Alex.
Yep.
So thank you so much for joining us today. Have an amazing, amazing Saturday, everyone. Samsi and I have some chores to take care of. So we're going to go ahead and get on that. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great weekend, and pray and enjoy.
Yes.
Enjoy. We will see you Monday.
Have a good weekend, everybody.